Hey and welcome to map 8 of Duke Nukem 3D's Shrapnel City. This is Hotel Hell. We're going to grab that shotgun there, we're going to take out the pig cops around the corner here. You can see this is a very interesting opening space. There's lots of elevation, there's lots of hidden areas in front of us, including these trash cans here which we're going to get rid of. So there's some pipe bombs there that we've grabbed. We do need to be careful because there are a lot of pig cops poking around here. As mentioned, there is quite a bit of elevation in this one. There are some enemies who will be shooting at us from above and some who'll be shooting across the way from us. Now that we've got the Ripper chain gun here, let's head up top. We're going to grab the blue access card here and we're going to head down. So you can see some more enemies have spawned here. Wow, we are not doing well for health here. So, interesting little note, you can actually finish this level incredibly quickly if you have pipe bombs to hand. So I'll be showing that at the end of this run because I do want to sort of show it off for people. We're going to head inside the hotel here. You can see it's a bit dark, a bit dingy, so explosion there. Let's turn the lights on here so we can have a quick peek around inside here. So you can see this is kind of like the lobby area. There's a toilet here with an RPG inside which we're going to grab. Can't get it on the other side of that toilet there no matter how we try. We'll be coming back to that later on in the level, so we don't really need to worry about that right now. As we make our way around here, there are a few enemies dotted around who we need to be very careful of. So you can see there are two battle lords inside this checkout area here, and yeah, this is a real nightmare when you're pistol starting because you don't have access to the shrink. Oh my god, did you really need to sneak up on me like that? That just felt like insult to injury. So you got to be really careful here because these guys can completely shred you if they are given the chance. I'm just going to make sure that we take them out. I'm going to blow that up as well because I don't really want to be blowing that up later on. So what I like about this level is that it does actually feel like a proper lived-in space. So for example, this feels like a check-in area where you'd come in and check out and such. There's also quite a lot of health if you ignore the fact that you lose most of it to the battle lords there. So you can see here, this is like a side entrance. Let's destroy these trash cans there. So we're going to head out into the sort of landing area here. So this is kind of like a street area. You can see that sort of this is the main entrance to the hotel. So because there's a big neon sign there. We're going to take out these flying pig cops first though, because I don't want them taking away too much of my health. Taking him out there. So you can see there's the neon sign. You can see this is supposed to be a bit of a sleazy hotel. And as we make our way over here, you can see that the windows to this particular apartment have opened up to us. It's important we come inside because the yellow key is inside here. Now I'm not a huge fan of this kind of thing where the yellow key is kind of placed behind a pretty hard to spot area here. First let's get rid of you. So yeah, the yellow key's there. Now, I'm not a fan of that because I am not a fan of key cards kind of being hidden sort of in areas where people can easily skip. You can also see the skybox is messed up on this level. Not much I can really do about that. Using this source port. We're going to head out front here. Just have a quick look around. So you can see that this is a good exploration of the bottom floor of this hotel, and it does feel like a hotel because here are the entrance doors. Here's where you'd bring your bags in, Hello, check me in please. And then we head over here to the yellow access door. So you can go up the lift if you want, or you can go up the stairs. I personally prefer going up the stairs. It's more exciting. Good to get those steps in when you can. So as we make our way through here, this is kind of like a landing area, so there's a bunch of rooms that sort of splinter off here, but there's also a bunch of enemies that we're going to have to deal with here. Wow, those guys are really sneaking up on me in this level, aren't they? So we've got to be real careful here, because there's a bunch of enemies who could easily shred my health if I'm not careful. You can see there's a swimming pool area there, which we will be diving into in a bit. And when we go inside these little rooms here, you can see I don't know what these guys are up to in here. Their business is their business behind the doors, but I'm here to shoot between the sheets. I can assume what they were doing because of what's on the TV there. So we get the shrink ray there. There's actually a sort of holding area in the middle there where the shrink ray was actually on. And I do like these little hotel rooms. It's kind of fun sort of sneaking through the air ducts, kind of exploring them in this way. There's a lot of little fun details on this level that kind of make it really nice to sort of explore. Now the interesting thing is if you blow up these fire extinguishers here, it does kind of take out the walls here, so you can kind of come outside here. So you can see there's a battle lord down there. Ah, you're the one that's been making all that noise. Let's just take care of this guy here. So we're going to head into the lift here because I just want to show off the lift. There you go, we've made it up here. So this is like a little bar area. There's a secret area in the middle here. And if you come over here, there's a second secret area. This one actually lets you kind of dive into the aquarium, which looks back out on that area there. There are some sharks in here, so you do kind of need to be a bit careful about that. Yeah, you can see there's a force field there protecting the glass. We can't shoot it out. That would be really fun if you could. Yeah, fun little secret there. If you need health, there's health in the fridges here with all the booze, you know, as you'd expect. You can see there's a battle lord down here again. They really do like the battle lords in Shrapnel City. But you can see this is a big massive swimming pool area, and this part here actually looks back out on the area we started out in, and you can see those windows there have opened up. So let's just take out you. He was actually lifting me up there. That was pretty fun. This area likes to respawn enemies in to areas you've already been to, so you need to kind of be careful of that as you're exploring around. So logically you'd come in here because you see it open up, and then you'd head into the air duct here and drop down, and that would take you to the end of the level. Now the interesting thing is, as mentioned at the start of this one, if you have a pipe bomb, you can actually blow that wall up at the start of the level. You don't actually need to do anything in this level, which is great for speedrunning. So we're going to head to the swimming pool area here, and underwater there's a bunch of octobrains who are more than happy to kind of pay attention to us, so let's destroy them. There is a crack in the pool there which we're going to kind of dive in and take a look at. So this is actually the other side of that toilet we were discussing earlier on. It's now opened up. We want to take care of the pig cops here. But yeah, I do like this level. I think it does a great job of kind of creating that hotel vibe. It has a lot of nice little nods and winks to what you'd expect to find in like a low rent hotel in LA. The swimming pool is pretty nice and big as well, which is nice. But there's actually a secret area here. So if we head inside here, you can see we get this little area here to open up.
We meet again, Dr. Jones.
So that's a Indiana Jones reference. So this is a reference to that famous scene where he grabs the relic off the sort of pillar and the whole thing's come crashing down, and there's a secret level here. So when we punch out here, this actually takes us to Freeway, which is the secret level in Shrapnel City. I do like Hotel Hell. I think that it's a very fun level. It has a lot of interesting ideas, and I think that it's one of the better realised kind of location spots in Duke Nukem, because I think it actually sees through what it intends to execute for the player. So you have like a swimming pool, you have the lobby area. There's a nice variety of enemies, although I will say it goes quite heavy on the battle lords in this one, so you will need to kind of be aware of that when you're playing through it. But what I'm going to do now, I'm actually going to show you that little shortcut at the start that I mentioned. So if you run over here and grab the pipe bombs, or if you bring pipe bombs into the level, you don't even have to do that part. You can literally just flip a pipe bomb in here and you can just run right to the exit. You don't even need to do the level. I've always found this pretty funny because it's very clear that I don't think they intended for people to be able to do that. But there you go. If you just want to rush right to Stadium and get this episode over with, that's how you do it. What we're going to do now, we're going to dive into the N64 version of this level. And you can see that you can still do the pipe bomb trick there if you want to. But the opening here is very similar to the PC version. The enemies are pretty much in the same spots. It's a bit lighter here. You can see that there's enemies up top, and there's still this pig cop in this crate here, which we're going to just take care of because I really don't want him taking too much health off me. There's pipe bombs there as well if you need them. So let's jump up here. The blue keycard is still here, so we're going to grab that. You can definitely tell that they made this kind of a bit lighter so people could probably see it easier on the CRT TVs back in the day, because that's how most people probably would have played this. That explosion there looks a bit more dramatic on the N64 version, but by and large this level is very much the same beast. Because as we head out here you can see, oh, except for you, you're not in the PC version for obvious reasons. Those enemies were only introduced in the episode 4 update for Duke Nukem 3D, but obviously they made it into the cut here. So I've not turned the lights on here, just so you can kind of see what it looks like when you don't turn the lights on. They still have battle lords here, which is bad news for me. I'm just going to use the grenade launcher here to completely smoke them out. Okay, that was a lot to deal with there. We're just going to take our time here. Oh look, we took care of them both. So as we come in here, these guys will spawn over there. We don't need that right now because we've got a full portable pack anyway. So we can't actually go out that way. We actually have to go out this way, which is pretty fun. As you can see, can't shoot the babes. We can save her, so that's what we're going to do. So that's why outside here in the street, we just got to make sure that we take care of all of these enemies, because obviously there will be some enemies who spawn in here later on. Going to use the grenade launcher here to clear out the hotel rooms. Yeah, there's a lot going on outside there. There's a lot going on. So grab the yellow key card there. So one thing that does disappoint me about this level on the N64 is that you probably noticed there aren't that many changes. Now, this is very much a first world problem, but we have been kind of spoiled so far in this episode with kind of Eurocom adding in a bunch of extra little details, and it's kind of a shame that on this level, where I think there was a lot of potential for that, they kind of haven't done that. It's very much the same level, which, don't get me wrong, it's a good level as it is, but you'd kind of hope they added in some, you know, little bits just to kind of keep it in line with what, you know, the other levels have kind of offered so far. That very nearly went wrong there, because I used the pipe bomb to try and blow all them up, and I ended up catching myself in the blast. So the Holoduke's been moved there. Let's just take care of these guys before we try going forward here. I'm going to grab the health packs out of the fridge there. So there's explosive shotgun rounds in there instead of the Holoduke, because that had been moved outside. And obviously when we come in here, you can see still got some Sharkies down there. And obviously we can't really do much with the window there, so we're not going to bother. So you can kind of hear there's an enemy wandering around outside. We'll go and have a look at it in a bit.
Hail to the king, baby.
So there's that shrink ray we were talking about earlier. As mentioned, I feel like this level, of all the levels we played, would have been prime for like adding a few extra rooms, just to kind of, you know, add a bit more spice and variety to the level, to make it a bit different from the PC version, but alas, they've opted against that here. We're going to head out to this pool area, and you can see there's a Battle Lord there. Last thing I need is my health being chipped away. I do like this pool area. I think it's a very fun area. Has that Battle Lord just kind of gotten stuck behind the diving board there? I'm just going to stand here and shoot at it. Obviously those grenades weren't doing any damage to him, which is a bit of a shame. Wow, he really doesn't want to die, does he? Finally, goodness. We've got some of the more graphic women kind of hanging around here, I guess is what you could say. So as we head up here, you can see that the same trap is here, with the pig cops waiting for you outside the toilet here. Cool. You can see all these enemies have spawned here, so I'm going to just very quickly get rid of them. As mentioned, this level is very faithful to the PC version, almost to a fault in my opinion, because there was a lot of potential for expansion, but you know, if you're a fan of the PC version of this level, then you'll definitely enjoy what you find here. I do think it's a bit odd that you have to sort of stand in this area to trigger the windows over there, just because I can imagine some players obviously will not find this easily. I mean, obviously it's encouraged for players to sort of have a look around that area, but it would be interesting to kind of see how else they could have approached that. So as we make our way here, you can see that there is actually still a secret exit there. And this secret area is still very much here.
We meet again, Dr. Jones.
Sorry, Indy. But yeah, we have to run out of here as quickly as we can, because that is going to crush us if we stay inside there. We are going to come back to this, but I do want to do a bit more exploration of this level. That is going to be useful, I imagine. But yeah, overall, I do like this level. I think it's very fun, and I think even when you consider the fact that it isn't a particularly long level, I think it leaves a lot of positive impressions as you're kind of exploring. Oh, no Battle Lord? That's interesting. Let's get rid of all those. I can hear an enemy. Oh, goodness. So this is a miniature version of the boss from the second episode. That's interesting. I would not have expected to see that here. I mean, it's definitely a welcome, because it's definitely more interesting than fighting another Battle Lord. But why? I didn't expect to see this thing walking around this level. I think this is in place of that Battle Lord that shows up outside. Goodness, he can shoot a lot of rockets. Well, so can I. Okay, so he's dead there. It's definitely an interesting little battle that occurs at the end of the level there. Don't think it really saves my earlier critique, though, that this level's kind of... it plays it a bit safe, like especially compared to what we've seen in some of these levels, but I definitely still think this is a very strong level, in particular for Duke Nukem 3D. It's very fun to explore, there's a lot to see, and there's a lot of interesting little references and real world kind of layout ideas that make it kind of flow really well. So yeah, Hotel Hell, in my opinion, is a really strong level for Duke Nukem 3D. I do like playing through this one, even though you can skip it right at the start there, and I think it's fun on the N64 as well. Even if like the grievances I heard are just personal ones, it's very first world problems, so it doesn't bring the level down at all. It's just personal opinions at this point. The bar has been set really high in Shrapnel City here on the N64, but let me know what you think of Hotel Hell, and thank you very much for watching.